Hey everybody, Ghost Cat here. Welcome back to Prototech or Bust, the series where I start from scratch and work to acquire Prototech of my very own. In today's episode, someone's gone into the shipping business. We may need a lighthouse, and I still can't fly. So, without further ado, we are off like a herd of turtles. And remember, for more Space Engineers feline antics, do the things. Yep, you know the ones. So, everybody, since we were together last, I used that little boarding craft as kind of a tugboat and gathered up all the cargo, both the big cargo containers and the smaller shipping container agglomerations, and I brought them over here and connected them all together and hooked them up to the jump ship. This one here in the middle turned out to be another Prototech refinery, so that was a fun little find that we managed to get. Amongst the loot, there was also another small grid Prototech thruster, so that was another good find as well. And in one of these, actually, it's right there, yet another large grid Prototech battery. Prototech comes a little more easily these days than it used to, it seems. I also decided to bring home that whole base. I don't think I'm gonna attach it to the cat tree. I might take some sections of it and reuse them, but mostly I want the free resources. I've got some stuff planned that is going to require quite a few resources, and I also ran out of cobalt, if I remember correctly, although I want to say there was some in one of these cargo containers. Yep, just as I suspected. This cargo container has some cobalt ore, and this one has some cobalt ingots, so we'll have a little bit to work with, but at some point I'm going to need to get more. However, hopefully the components I get from breaking this down will provide me with the resources I need to at least do some of what I want before I have to go and do some mining. However, in any event, the first step is to head back to the cat tree. Alright, this is going to take a couple jumps, so let's get underway, shall we? And here we are, folks. Back home at the cat tree. You can see it silhouetted against the alien planet right there in the background. So I'm gonna head on over here and start offloading this cargo. However, I think instead of offloading each container individually, what I'm going to do is stick them in the ship printer and use the build and repair grinding feature to break them down, which, from what I understand, will also collect the resources inside. This should make it a lot quicker, and it's also how I plan on breaking down the station. However, that I'm going to have to do it a section at a time. I don't think the whole thing's going to fit. Uh-oh. I don't like that. Factorum automated gunship. It's one of those patrols that's been cruising around. Oh, the station radar's detected it. The turrets should kick on if it gets too close. I'm just gonna hang out here for a minute. Let it fly away, but I think we're good. It doesn't look like it's turning to engage the station. That right there is one of the reasons that after I get all this cargo unloaded, I'm going to take some time and focus on defense. I've got a few ideas for things. I want to take another look at turret coverage on the station, and also play with a couple other ideas that I've come up with that'll hopefully help defend us against any patrols that get close enough and decide they do want to come investigate what's going on here. I would prefer that they didn't, but it's only a matter of time, I'd imagine. Alright, so I've got the build and repair set up to target blocks that are full red. While I will use red sometimes when I'm building, full red is not one that I'll often use, so I think that'll be safe as a color to designate for breakdown. Let's get this in here. I should be able to grind down just the bits I want to grind down and keep the bits I want to keep. Alright, let's see how she goes. Right on, that made pretty quick work of that cargo container. I'm gonna get the rest of this stuff broken down and the Prototech sorted out, and we'll get on with some of the building tasks I want to get to today. Excellent, all those cargo containers are broken down, and now, to facilitate the process of both breaking down this Factorum warship and that base that I just brought back, I'm going to set up this top section to also utilize the build and repair system to help build and break down ships. Fantastic, I've got the first build and repair unit in. Hopefully it'll be breaking down this ship as soon as I turn it on. And here it is, folks. With these 4 build and repair units, I managed to rapidly tear down the rest of that Factorum warship, and now I'm about to start tearing down this station. I've got this entire beam painted the color that tells it to grind, so I'm gonna go kick these things on and let them have at her. And there they go, grinding away. Huh, we appear to have a Factorum reclaimer headed in this direction. Kind of off to one side it looks like, but this direction nonetheless. I think I'm gonna take a Panther and go check that out, now that the Panther's freshly repaired by the build and repair system in this bottom section. Alright, I see multiple targets. Let's kick on some turrets and have at her, shall we? Alright, they've been detected by the base. Hope the base turrets kick on. Oh, it looks like they've kicked on. Must just be scraps of the ships. I do have the base set to target weapons for anything that comes rolling in, so... And some of my turrets aren't set for weapons at the moment. Well, that was interesting. We went after them, and then they went after the base. We're definitely going to have to work on our defenses. Alright, I'm going to get this thing docked back in its berth. And then we'll move this station a little further down into the thing. There's definitely wreckage of something down there, or there was anyway. Alright, just gotta paint more of this red, like the whole thing. Then just make sure it didn't paint my ship red. Nope, we're safe behind the landing gear. Alright, let's move this thing down. I am using the jump ship, but that's only because it's the only ship with the gyroscope power to swing this thing around. I was thinking that I might throw a large grid Prototech gyroscope onto our tugboat ship, because it's just running a regular one now. If I threw a Prototech gyroscope on there, it would probably be able to swing around things like this. So, while this breaks down, one idea that I had for base defense was to build some small defense satellites. Build 4 or 5 of them and take them out, I don't know, half a kilometer or so. Each one will have a couple of turrets, a battery, an antenna, some cargo to hold a bunch of ammo, and when it runs low on ammo or power, it can send a signal that we'll be able to see and go fill it back up. So I'm going to take a minute and throw something together, and I will see you folks in just a moment. Alright, and here it is, folks. Just a little quick and dirty satellite. It's got 2 Gatling turrets, 2 assault cannon turrets, some solar panels, battery, an event controller and a broadcast controller so that when it runs low on ammo, it'll turn this antenna on, send a signal, let me know that it needs ammo, and I can run out and fill her up. So I think I'm going to print up a few of these really quick and get them placed, and then we'll have a nice little defensive network installed to hopefully fend off any future Factorum attacks. Alright everyone, I got the satellites in place. You can see the beacon on one blinking right there, which that was one change I made while I was placing these, is I added beacons because you couldn't see them. If I were to try to go flying, I think I would have smashed into one of them for sure. However, now that that's done, I think I'm going to take this Panther here, and there's been a space pirate signal blinking on and off this entire time that I've been working on those satellites. So I think I kind of want to go check it out and see what it is. Alright, it's directly in this direction. I don't know if you can see it in the crosshairs, but it's glinting in the sunlight, so let's go check this out real quick, shall we? Oh, there's one of my satellites. And there it is, just over 2 kilometers. Turrets are set to target weapons as usual. Alright, well I think all the weapons are accounted for. Let's run in here and check out what's going on. Doesn't look like there's much of anything in the ship. That's unfortunate. Well, so it goes sometimes. Let's see if I can claim this grid. I'll haul it back for scrap. Oh, it looks like there was small grid ships in here. Not so much anymore, but... Alright. I am going to mark this for scrap, and I'll come back here and grab it with a ship that's better at grabbing than the Panther. Oh, there's another Mayday blinking. Said 7.5 kilometers, I want to say. Off in this direction. Let's see if we can't track that down. Oh, what? Vectorum cargo freighter. I'm gonna have to go see what this is all about. I haven't seen one of these yet. Oh, it's shooting back. Surprised it doesn't have any escorts. Oh, I think that was... I don't know if that was one of his turrets or one of my turrets, but that was someone's turret. Oh! Huh. I lost my control seat. I gotta build a new control seat real quick. Yeah, I don't know what happened. The block underneath my seat blew up, and I started floating away. Well, that was a big boom. I don't know what I hit, but... Oh! Wow! nothing. This cargo ship has taken some punishment. It's still shooting at me. Need to get that turret to keep shooting those heavier rounds at me. Ouch. And I just remembered I forgot to grab my boarding ship. This would have been the perfect time to use it. This thing's just moving right along. I'm gonna see if I can get a dampener lock to it. Although it would help if I weren't using my boost thrust. Oh. Just trying to get a dampener lock and I kind of floated up right underneath it. I am right on... Oh! I was about to say, I'm right on top of this thing, as you can see, and it still won't let me grab it with my dampeners. I'm just going to kind of try to match speeds with it and run up there quick and see what it's got. don't have motors to repair this cargo container.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Oh, we got some Prototech. I gotta make room in my inventory. Grab what I can, because don't think we're gonna be able to stop this ship. Take some platinum ore real quick.
Inventory.
I need 4 more motors. I just want to see what's in that cargo container.
Inventory full.
Oh no, there goes my motors. They just flew away. It's all this stuff in my inventory. Mostly that platinum. I don't really need the platinum ore. I can get my motors right here. There, I should have enough. Let's go see what's in this cargo container. Ooh, some Prototech scrap and Prototech propulsion units. Go drop this stuff off in the Panther and come back for those bits. Alright, let's go get the rest of that Prototech. And then we can probably light this thing up and get on out of here. I just found another cargo container. And my fuel's low. I'm gonna have to make at least one more trip. Maybe, maybe not. I think I just got all the Prototech. Alright. Is there another one on the other side? Yeah. Let's see what's in here.
Inventory full.
I could really use that cobalt ore, but I'm not gonna jump back and forth transferring it, so we'll just have to go mine some. Or maybe the next ship we find will have some, or we can get it from them. But let's go grab the Panther and finish properly sinking this ship, and we'll get back onto the base. Turrets are set to target default, so let's have one last run at this freighter before we head her on home. Right on. I would say she is sunk. Oh, and that's right, we were chasing down a space pirate Mayday. We'll stop and see this on our way home. Even though I highly doubt this is the one we were chasing after originally, because we could see that one from pretty close to base. Oh, there's a Factorum Reclaimer. This may be ill-advised considering the condition of our ship, but I can't help myself. Just so long as I don't lose this big thruster. Looks like we got a few of them. Well, it looks like I got one of them, because I can only see two of them on my HUD. Alright, well I think that's that. I don't think we got all of them, but I'll take any chance I get to take down some Factorums. Space Pirate Drone Facility. I'm gonna have to drop a GPS and we're gonna have to come back and take a look at that. Alright folks, here we are back at the base. I'm gonna pull up here in the top section since that now has the build and repair bots, and get this Panther patched up real quick. Maybe go check out some of those pirate signals I saw along the way, or maybe take time to go check out a Factorum signal. However, that will be a task for another time, as unfortunately our time together has come to an end today. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. I certainly have. A few interesting things along the way. I was not expecting to see a Factorum cargo ship, but the loot we got from it was pretty nice, so we may have to go and hunt some more Factorum convoys in the future. It should be interesting to see where the journey takes us as our conflict with the Factorum continues to escalate. So, I will see you next time. And, as always, have a great day.